What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 26, and today we are returning with 4 more big games with Aston Villa in the Premier League and the Europa League, and as well, we'll be sending, we'll be sending our youth scout out in today's episode. After you guys voted for the nation, we'll be scouting next with our Irish 5-star scout. But the games today are against FC Utrecht away from home in the Netherlands in our 4th Europa League group game, then West Brom away at the Hawthorns. After that, we've got an international break where we take on Australia and Ivory Coast in 2 friendlies. Just real briefly on this, I don't think I showed you in the last episode, but there were 2 friendlies against Egypt and Canada. We won them both 2-0. So right now our record with the USA in the simulated games is 3 wins and 1 loss. And then after the break, we've got Ipswich at home in a battle between 2 newly promoted sides, and also Sturm Graz in a penultimate game of our Europa League group stage, where hopefully, it's on my birthday, 29th of November, where hopefully we will have already qualified, as right now we are still sitting top of the group. So yeah, 4 big games. Let's get to the first one. It's Utrecht away in the Netherlands as we go in search for yet another big 3 points in the Europa League. It's always interesting. I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but when your birthday, you're playing on your birthday in the game, it feels really cool. I don't know why, but also in today's episode, this is going to be Saturday morning for you guys. So if you would like another episode of Career Mode today, then get this video to let's go with something easy today. Just to 1,000 likes, 1,000 likes, and I'll upload another episode of Career Mode later on tonight after football. So first game with the big 4 games today, and we're taking on FC Utrecht away in the Netherlands in our 4th Europa League group game. Right now we are top of the group with 7 points, and after beating these guys 4-0 at Villa Park, I'm fancying our chances of beating them back-to-back here away from home as well. The game comes just a few days after our win over Crystal Palace by a 1-0 at Selhurst Park, so making lots of change to the team ahead of our game against West Brom on Sunday. It's the same 3-5-2, but loads of alterations, but that man Ashley Young, who continues to perform in Europe, is also part of our lineup on the left-hand side. First game Utrecht, let's get another win. Young at the moment has only played a couple of Premier League games, but it's because he's doing so well in the Europa League right now. He's our top scorer with 4. And, we discussed this in the last episode. Coming from the left midfield role, which in this team is primarily a wing-back operating for us, that is so impressive, and that's why he continues to start on the Thursday night games. He's been so good for us. He goes down the left and whips one towards Fernando. Torres, who flies in to give us the lead. And if he's not scoring, he's assisting. Young to Torres, and Fernando heads us into a 1-goal lead early. Come on! Ashley Young, baby, what a signing this has been on a free transfer. He has been fantastic in this competition, but he sets up Torres for our first goal. May not get his 5th in Europe, but the assist was lovely. A brilliant cross, and Torres proves he's still got it. Flies in, leaps like a salmon, and heads it home for his 3rd goal in the Europa League, as our 2 top scorers in the competition link up for our first. Utrecht 0, Aston Villa 1. Perfect start in the Netherlands. Don't get me wrong, there were some raised eyebrows, and rightfully so, when we decided to bring back both Fabian Delph and Ashley Young, but you can't deny they've both had fantastic starts, particularly the latter in Europe, as we lead by 1 and get an early goal, and Pepe Reina makes a really good save there as well. And talking about new signings, let's not forget how good Reina's been this season in goal for us too. Another good save there, still 1-0. Oh, but a chance here for Utrecht. Great tackle by Zagadou, shot block, scramble, Zagadou again with a tackle, and then the rebound by Cali, fired wide of the post. Some unconvincing defending here from Aston Villa, but we got away with it and we're still leading. But at the moment, despite being in front, Utrecht are looking the better team. Labiad's through ball finds Kirk, and now Dessers finds space. Kirk's shot blocked, goes straight back to an Utrecht player, and again Zagadou blocks it as well. We're throwing bodies in the way of the shots right now, but the defending is far from convincing. Here they come again. Zagadou dragged out of position, can't deny the cross. Carter Vickers can though, and Young will get it clear as well. At the moment, despite leading, we're lucky to be leading. It's all Utrecht in this first half. Dessers inside, and there is Labiad and Reina. What a save. We should be behind in this game, but instead we're still in front, and Pepe Reina is a big reason why, bailing us out of the veteran as we still have the lead. And that header goes just wide the post. How are we still in front? Always present my highlights fairly, and believe me, you would have seen this in the first half. It's been all FC Utrecht, but we are still in front, and as Dempsey gets on the ball, there might be a chance here for a 2nd goal. Dempsey to Kodjia. They linked up so many times last season, our 2 best players in the Championship, and they link up for our 2nd goal tonight in the Europa League. Dempsey to Kodjia with the finish, makes it 2-0 to Aston Villa, totally against the run of play. We don't deserve this, but I'll sure as hell take it. Clint to Jonathan, and a really crisp finish as well. He's actually not been very consistent this season, Kodji, but that is his second goal in the Europa League. We double our scoreline just before the break, but for FC Utrecht, they must be kicking themselves. They should be in front in this one, but instead, they're 2 goals down heading into the break. Toure finds Clint Dempsey. Quick little fake shot, finds space to shoot. Oh, and hits the post. And then Torres denied by Jensen, but the flag was up for offside anyway. What an incredible game this has been. How is it only 2-0? It should be like 5-5 at this moment in time. 18 minutes to go. Game sort of petered out a little bit as we still lead by 2 goals to 0. Is there time for Utrecht to get back in the game? Or can we kill this game off? Tyler Adams finds Rico Henry. Into Hepburn Murphy. Subs link up. Now Torres receives the ball. Out wide is Ashley Young. Young through to Clint. Clint back towards Young. Young to Hepburn Murphy. 3-0 and the points in the bag. A wonderful team goal to wrap them up. Utrecht 0, Aston Villa 3, and also the first goal for Hepburn Murphy in this series as well. 3-0. Henry trying to send Hepburn Murphy through. He is onside there. Dempsey's in support. He'll roll it into him. He'll find Fernando Torres for the 4th goal. It's really harsh on FC Utrecht, but it is 4-0 for Aston Villa, and we've beaten them by the same scoreline as we did at Villa Park as well. A resounding victory in our 4th Europa League group game, and a great way to bounce back after our 1-1 draw in Spain against Bilbao. It's a brace for Fernando, and it's 4 for Aston Villa. One of those games where you kind of feel sorry for your opponents because the scoreline was far too harsh on them, really. 4-0 the final score. We did play some really good football. I won't try and deny that. We were really, really good and probably were the better team, all things considered. However, 4-0 is not the right scoreline for this game. That's very harsh on our host today, who did play well as well, but Reina was just on fire for the most part. But again, 14 shots, 10 on target, deserved the win, but not by 4 goals to 0. But man of the match is a difficult one, because Torres scored 2 and played very well. Young got 2 assists, he played very well too. I thought Reina was brilliant in this game as well. But do you know what, we'll share it between Young and Torres, and Dempsey got 2 assists as well. All 3 of them can share man of the match. The veterans playing so well in a really good 4-0 win.
Our main feature today on EA TV, 2 great clubs. It's coming up for you live.
And as we move swiftly on to the second game today and the first Premier League match, what a game it is as we head back to England to take on West Brom away in the West Midlands derby here at the Hawthorns in the first meeting between these 2 clubs. West Brom right now having a miserable season, sitting bottom of the table with no wins so far, but I'm sure they'll be fancying their chance of picking up their first win here against a rival team. But for us, same 3-5-2, but again, loads of changes after our win on Thursday night as we try and get another big win here away from home in the Premier League and make it 3-3 in our last 3 games. See, I was thinking about the players of Aston Villa and West Brom, and of course a few days ago, as we know, Cyril Regis, a real pioneer in this country, unfortunately passed away. He played for both clubs. Oh my goodness! Oh, what a save by Reina, as I almost gave West Brom a goal there. Cyril Regis, of course, played for both clubs. It's very sad to learn of his passing. For those that don't know about Cyril Regis, definitely worth looking up. A real pioneer for black footballers in this country. Let's place another pass. Keep on giving the ball away at the moment as Rondon turns Dale Fry and shoots and scores. Well, that is what you get if you're going to misplace passes, and there's a clinical striker like Salomon Rondon facing you as well. I just gave the ball away with Grealish in the middle of the park. West Brom quickly get it forward, and it's a great strike by the number 9, and West Brom have gone in front. Quick pass into Rondon's feet there, beats Dale Fry, gets around him from just inside the area, bends one past Pepe Reina, who's been in fine form this season, back-to-back clean sheets, but not for a 3rd straight. Wonderful goal. West Brom take the early advantage. That is a goal that Cyril Regis would have been proud of. Wonderful strike there from Rondon. And the Baggies do draw first blood. But based on the goals we've scored this season, I expect us to hit back instantly, and we almost did there. Ben Brereton, currently in fine form, firing just over Simon Mignolet's bar. Still 1-0, but lots of the game to go. Let's not feel sorry for ourselves. Let's just get back in it. Gareth Barry, on ball to Rondon, who at the moment is playing as a hold-up striker and doing a very good job as he's getting teammates into play. And here's one of them, Jay Rodriguez, round 1, and the pass was poor, thankfully. We will get it away. Still, we are trailing. Can we find an equalising goal and get back on level terms in the second half? Well, Delph is making a move, and it's a very good solo run by Fabian Delph. He's got Brereton with him, and he feeds it inside, and Johnny Evans blocks the shot. and turns it behind for a corner. We're creating chances, we're getting opportunities, but right now we just can't take one to get back on level terms. Grealish will try his luck, his shot blocked, and then Barkley's acrobatic effort hits the top of the crossbar and goes behind for a goal kick. We're trying, we're getting shots on board, but at the moment just can't find that goal and can't find the equaliser. Lecco to Evans, and Johnny Evans on the ball, crosses, good delivery that, but Reina, unconvincing goalkeeping there, did enough. But Barry does pick it back up for the Baggies down the right-hand side. Crosses, and that's a brilliant ball, and Vasquez turns it in. Well, I've got to say that right now. An ex-Aston Villa player, Gareth Barry, with a wonderful assist, finds Vasquez, and West Bromwich Albion are surely on course for their first win of the season. 2-0, and I can't see us coming back now. Couldn't clear the ball with Schut. Barry wins it, and what a ball this was by Gareth Barry to pick out Vasquez, totally unmarked, on the 6-yard box, and he puts it past Reina for the second. We've not played badly this afternoon, but West Brom have looked slightly better. They're 2 goals to the good now, and I think this will be their first win of the season. Well, the points are all but secure for West Bromwich Albion, their first win of the season, and that really sums our afternoon up. Final score here at Hawthorns, West Bromwich Albion 2, Aston Villa 0. The league's highest goal scorers blunted in the West Midlands derby, the first of the series. The Baggies off the mark, their first 3 points, and for us, a very disappointing loss. West Brom deserved the win though, no question. You would have seen it by the highlights, they were the better team. We did have chances ourselves, but I might have discussed it actually after Barkley at the bar. The problem was the finishing just wasn't there today, and when you were the league's highest goal scorers, that's quite disappointing. Man of the match will go to Vasquez though, a goal and an assist in this game as the Baggies get the 3 points, and that is a very disappointing blow. That is a really disappointing blow. 2-0 and no goals, not good enough. And as you take a look at the table as well after the game before the international break, this is what that result means. West Brom have climbed out the relegation zone with their first win, and we have slid down to 6th place and out of the European places as well. Still been a great start though, 6 wins from our first 11 games. Can't complain too much, but still a very disappointing loss. But what we are going to do next before our 3rd of 4 games today against Ipswich is send our youth scout out, because in the last episode I asked you guys to vote for where we are sending Ronan Fanning. Thank you very much for the votes, I really appreciate it, and thanks for all the suggestions for the comments as well. Let's find out what nation you guys have chosen from the 5. The problem I've got right now, by the way, is I'm recording this video on Friday night, and of course the video went up at 4 PM UK time, so there won't be as many votes as I was hoping for. We'll see who's on top. And oh, well, it's quite one-sided right now. I'm sure it will change a little bit as the night goes on. But at the moment, it's USA, and they are in front with 63% of the vote. So thank you to everyone for voting. The 5 countries were America, Belgium, Greece, Ireland, and South Africa. But you guys decided wholeheartedly, at least at this point right now, that USA is the country you should scout, the country we're managing as well. Thanks to everyone for the votes, really appreciate it. We won't specify a type of youth player. I never like to do that. And yeah, our Irish scout is off to America for his 9-month mission. So thank you to everyone for commenting the countries first and then voting on the poll as well. For those that have been asking, I will be getting another youth scout at some point, but at the moment we've got £3 million in our budget, and we do want to play the pre-contract game in January as well. So there's no 5-star available right now anyway. I only want the best youth scouts here at Aston Villa. There's no 5-star one available yet, but yeah, I think towards the end of the season we will probably pick up another youth scout. Not right now, but yeah, we'll pick up another youth scout at some point, rest assured. Moving swiftly on to our 3rd of 4 games today, and we are back to Villa Park for the first time in today's episode as we play host to Ipswich Town in a really awesome battle between last year's top 2 in the Championship. So 3-5-2 for our lineup, same team as the one that lost to West Brom, but there is one big change, and that comes up top. Jonathan Kodjia is not scoring too many goals this season in the Premier League, so Ryan Brewster will start up top alongside Ben Brereton. Last time he started 3 weeks ago at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, scored the only goal of the game on his debut. Can he get another? Let's find out. It's Ipswich Town, 3rd game today. Come on Aston Villa, let's return to winning ways. Also a familiar face in the Ipswich lineup as well. You might have noticed it. Glenn Whelan, who we sold to the Tractor Boys, is starting this game as well. I don't know if you guys like this, but when you sell a player and he plays against you, like, you want to see how they get on, but you also want to keep them quiet in the game. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the things about Cream that I really like. When you face a former player that you've sold to a team, you really want to make sure they don't have a good game against you, and you don't regret selling them. There's Martin Waghorn on the ball, trying to get round Ross Barkley, who defended that one very well, and pops it back to Pepe Reina, who'll give it him straight back. Or would he? Yes, because Barkley won it first. And Grealish tries to send Rian through. He's got Luke Chambers to beat. Can he get round him? Yes, he's done well there, Brewster. He's still got the ball, and still got the ball, and tries his luck but fires it over the bar. I like his persistence, Rian Brewster. Doesn't stop running, doesn't stop working. Good little youngster in this team. Now Bustos into Grealish, trying to release Ben Brereton. Brereton turns, gets away, shoots, and puts it just wide of the post. Early pressure being applied on Ipswich Town, but still tied at 0-0. Can we get that breakthrough and take an early lead? Martin Waghorn to Cole Scouse. And Barkley lost out, and two of my players just collided there on the pitch as Scouse continues his run, finds Waghorn, gives it him back, and Cole Scouse gives Mick McCarthy's boys the lead right against the run of play on the 22-minute mark. Scouse with a finish. It's a really nice goal, but what happened there? Two of my players just collided. A goal drip down the left-hand side for Ipswich, rolls it inside. Oh, and Waghorn denied by Rayner, and Schupf with a brilliant block prevents Ipswich from going 2 goals to the good. That was goal bound, and Schupf backs it behind for a corner. You can see what it means as well to both Schupf and Pepe. It's still 1-0, but Ipswich could have gone 2 goals up there with 6 minutes to go in the first half. We've not played badly at all, but the Tractor Boys have come to Villa Park and they've really torn it up. Well, last year we were the comeback kings. We're going to need to show that same sort of spirit if we are going to get a point in this game at least. And Brewster has found space, needs a cool head, and puts it wide of the post. I should have smashed it to the far corner. Tried to finesse it to the near one. Wrong decision, and that should have been 1-1. Perhaps a case of having too much time there. Indecisiveness in the mind as the Tractor Boys escape. And as we are still trailing by 1, we've actually played alright this afternoon, but the finishing just hasn't been there. Grealish to Brewster. And to be fair, Brewster has played quite well as he releases Grealish this time, no! Shot on target, but Gherkin equal to it. But this is the start we need. Coming out the blocks flying in the second half. Can we find an equaliser and get back on level terms? No, because Chester denied, header back in, and Scouse gets away. But this is the start we need. Come on, Villa, keep the faith. Running out of time right now. Schupf to Fabian Delph into Grealish. He gets away from one. I'm looking for the right run from Brereton. There it is. Brereton just can get inside. Oh, gets it back though and fires it in. And when we need a bit of luck, it falls to us right on cue. Ben Brereton with the goal. Aston Villa 1, Ipswich 1. Oh, thank goodness for that. We've had some bad luck moments this season, but this time a bit of fortune. The tackle dropped straight to Webster, but he couldn't control it. And Brereton took full advantage, rifles it in, past the goalkeeper and into the top corner. Aston Villa 1, Ipswich 1, and can the comeback kings now complete another turnaround? Chambers to Jordan Spence. Ipswich penned towards their own area here, and Spence in trouble. Lost out to Green, who finds Grealish, takes it inside. Jack Grealish saved, but Brewster turns in the rebound. Aston Villa 2, Ipswich 1, and Rian Brewster is an instant hero. Puts us in front for the first time with 9 minutes to go and makes it 2-2 in his Aston Villa career. Gherkin with really poor goalkeeping pats it straight to Brewster, who simply couldn't miss. 2-1, and we go in front for the first time. We're still the kings of the comeback. That was really poor goalkeeping from Gherkin. I was taught as a youngster, if you're going to make a save but can't hold on to it, you've always got to push it wide and as far wide as you can. As Brewster puts it wide of the post and should have made it 3-1 and secured the points. I've got to be honest here, he may have scored our winning goal. He's missed a couple of great chances. I've got to train that finishing, not up to standards yet. Ipswich not giving up though, as Ward controls that long ball and crosses. Oh, what great defending from Eric Palmer-Brown. And we shall get the danger away. Thank goodness for that. I thought Ipswich were in for the equalising goal there. We escape, and now Green finds Brewster, who gives it back to Andre Green. Down the left-hand side, the young English talents link up. It's Andre Green. Can he finish? Oh, off the crossbar and behind for a goal kick. And that will do it. Final score at Villa Park. What a thriller in this battle between last year's top two in the Championship. Aston Villa, the comeback kings, doing it once again, coming from behind to claim the 2-1 victory, and Rian Brewster, the hero, netting the late winner. What a game. No one's going to deny there was an element of fortune to both our goals, really. The first one, the ricochet, and the second one, the rebound. But we definitely deserved to win, no question. It probably could have won by more goals had my finishing been better. But a big 3 points there, a big comeback victory. For man of the match, Jack Grealish got an assist for one of our 2 goals and played quite well. But I thought both Brereton and Brewster, who both got goals, played well too. And again, had my finishing been better, would have won this game by more goals. Regardless, it's a win, we'll take it. But what a great game that was. Really action-packed, real fun. But we are definitely going to start training Rian Brewster's finishing though. Brereton's had it trained into the 80s now, but Brewster needs to start working on it too. I do like this young kid a lot though. Signing permanently from Liverpool in the summer, 2 goals in 2 appearances. He does look like a real talent for the future. One to keep an eye eye on. And as we move into the fourth and final game of today's episode, it's the penultimate game of the Europa League group stage, where if we avoid defeat, we will qualify with a game to spare, and if we win and Athletic Bilbao fail to match our result, we'll top the group with a game to spare. So even though we don't have to win tonight, I really want to give us the best possible chance of making sure the final game means nothing, and we can rest all of our players for the visit of the Spaniards. So yeah, fourth and final game today, Sturm Graz. Let's get the win, let's get through. Well, this has been a very poor first half, and that is going to do it. 45 minutes into the game, still 0-0. We can't break Sturm Graz down at the moment. Their rearguard effort is too strong for us. 45 minutes to go, still trying to win this game, but very frustrating first half. Plenty of game to go, not going to panic, but we really need to get some chances, if nothing else. We've created so little in this game. I think we're just being a little bit too forceful at the moment, being a bit too quick. Our general play hasn't really been good enough. We've not been knocking the ball around like we like to do. Instead, just getting it forward quickly and trying to get chances, and that at the moment is our biggest problem. Just got to slow the pace of the game down, knock it around, and look to create a chance with some better passing, as Dempsey finds Torres, then through to Clint. Clint evades one challenge, keeps on going. He'll need a teammate here. He's got a couple of men with him. One is Tyler Adams, back to Toure. Toure's got space to let fly, which he does, and rockets one in from 30 yards. Yaya Toure with a wonderful goal, makes it Aston Villa 1, Sturm Graz 0, and that is why he was brought to this club on 100 grand a week. What a goal. Well, I said we needed some good passing to create some chances, and in the end, it was a nice little move, but we went backwards to find Toure, and Toure from 30 yards levers one into the top corner, and it's a contender for goal of the season. What a strike from the Ivorian, and there is the deadlock broken. 1-0 Aston Villa, wonderful goal by the veteran. Adams to Dempsey. And now through to Kodja, into Fernando Torres. And Torres waits for his man to run with him and run inside. There he is. Kodja, can he turn? Can he finish? Can he make it 2? He can indeed. And Jonathan Kodja may not be scoring many in the Premier League, but he's going to score tonight in Europe. He's second in 2. Aston Villa 2, Sturm Graz 0. And that's it. We're into the knockout stage with a game to spare. Right from kickoff, Sturm Graz give it away. And we could be set for a third goal here. Kodja on the ball, turns, looks for Clint Dempsey arriving. Oh, that would have been a wonderful way to wrap up today's episode. Great save by the goalkeeper. It's been an episode for the veterans, really, when you think about it. And Dempsey is going to score, just not with the acrobatic. Aston Villa 3, Sturm Graz 0, and Clint gets on the score sheet as well. What an episode for the old boys. And as the final whistle is blown, that will confirm it. Aston Villa have done what they've needed to do. 2 wins in our last 2 Europa League games confirms it. We are through to the knockout stages with a game to spare, and unless Bilbao beat Utrecht as well, we will make sure we top the group with a game to spare as well, and the final game is meaningless. Great work, boys. We're into those knockout stages. Convincing win, but really all of our chances came in the second half. Not a great first half display, but we really picked it up after the half-time break. With man of the match, Yaya Toure, a goal and an assist, and the goal he scored was wonderful. His first goal, fun enough, came away against Sturm Graz. That brilliant free kick. I'm not sure which I preferred, but unfortunately, Utrecht did lose to Athletic Bilbao, which means the final game will decide who tops the group. And if we avoid defeat, it'll be us, but if Bilbao win, then I think it'll be them, won't it? I'm not too sure. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, though, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic weekend, and don't forget 1,000 likes, and I'll upload another episode of Career Mode for you later on this evening, and that'll feature the final Europa League game against Athletic Bilbao, plus Spurs as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, hopefully later on tonight.